All right, now for more insight, Sky News foreign coordinator Brent O'Halloran joins me now. Brent, you mentioned these Taliban talks. Just how significant are they?
Hugely significant, Peter. There is a real chance these talks could bring about an end to this 18-year conflict. More than 3,400 coalition troops, including 41 Australians, have been killed in operations in Afghanistan since 2001. That's on top of an estimated 43,000 civilian deaths. The fact that the US is speaking with the Taliban, an organisation it deemed a terrorist entity and which it drove from power, is significant. And Trump's comment this week that a peace deal with the Taliban could be signed this month is extraordinary.
All right, so Bernie won the New Hampshire primary this week. Is he now considered the front runner for the Democratic Party's presidential nomination?
Bernie Sanders is definitely the front runner, but he has a mammoth task to hold on to that title. He won the popular vote in Iowa and New Hampshire, and he's looking pretty strong in polling out of Nevada, which of course holds its caucuses next week. The latest national poll from the website 538 has Sanders at 23%, Joe Biden at 17%, and Michael Bloomberg at 15%. Now, Bloomberg is such an interesting case, isn't he? The billionaire business and media mogul has spent around $200 million of his own cash on his campaign and is touting himself as the sensible centrist option for the Democrats. And there was a leak, of course, from the campaign today, the Bloomberg campaign, that one of its supporters groups is making a TV ad which tries to paint Bernie as worse than Trump. Of course, his critics claim that Bloomberg is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is at his core a Republican, having only switched parties late in his life, and that he won't represent average Americans or implement the systemic changes needed to address inequality. The Democratic Party and its corporate donors clearly don't want Bernie to win. They may be content for a billionaire to essentially buy his way to the White House.
All right, Brent, what do you make of Pete Buttigieg's dancing?
Pretty cringy stuff, isn't it? But it's not the first such incident for this campaign. There was a clip which went viral a few weeks ago of supporters doing choreographed dance move that was just as awkward. I think these sort of moments are contrived to attempt to impress young voters. I don't think they've been very effective for Buttigieg. Sanders won more votes from people under 30 than all other candidates combined in New Hampshire. While Buttigieg is copying quite a bit of ridicule online from young voters, mainly due to the fact that he's taking money from billionaires and not promising much in the way of significant reform, and has a pretty checkered history with affiliation to entities tied with the CIA.
Well, Brent O'Halloran, thanks very much for joining us on Sky News Australia.
Thanks,
tonight. Another comprehensive wrap of what's going on around the world.